Hi guys, it's Teresa, and tonight I'm in my jammies already. It's 8:38. I just checked on my computer because I don't know, I'm filming on my phone. I honestly didn't think I was gonna film tonight, didn't think I was gonna get to, was kind of sad about it, but then I was like, you know what? The night is still young. Even though it's a school night, I'm gonna film for you, for me, for everyone, for the culture. I'm doing it for the culture. I'm doing a tutorial of the look that I'm putting on the screen. This is a look from my Instagram. So a lot of people on my Instagram love this look. It's a neutral look, warm tones. Obviously, I love warm tones. Kind of an intense highlight. Sorry if I'm looking over here. I have a picture of it on my laptop. I don't really remember. Also, I have my base on, so that's why I look like a little wild. And I have a ring light like clipped to my phone, so I'm kind of blind, but I do this for you. I'm just trying to make your experience better, your overall viewing experience. I'm doing this for you. Okay, now that this intro is the length of Pearl Harbor, let's get into the video. Okay, so I already have my brows on, so if you want a brow tutorial, let me know. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I thought about doing my brows. Like when I just do them, it's like kind of like muscle memory. I kind of just go for it, I guess. But whatever. We're focusing like mainly on the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe eyeshadow palette. Honestly, when am I not using this palette? And I do love good Morphe, so guess what, girlies? I ordered the James Charles palette today, and yeah, you probably already know. I posted it on my Instagram, and if you go to my school, I ran around telling everyone, their mother, their grandmother, I was like, I got the palette right when it dropped because I needed that. I saw the picture. I've never been so excited for the release. So definitely expect a video on that soon. But today we're gonna be going in with this palette, which is a beauty. She'll never get old. There's so much to play with. So, okay. First, we're gonna start out by laying down our transition color, and for that, I'm gonna be using my trusty dusty Morphe M505 brush, which is like a taper blending brush, which has glitter on it. Wow, that's so cute that I just had glitter on my brush. And we're gonna dip into the shade, which I believe is called Creamsicle, favorite shade in the palette. I'm gonna put that down now. My mirror, and we're just gonna go in. I'll try to get up and close and personal, and I'll probably zoom in a little bit more. I just have foundation on my lid. I didn't really prime too much because I know I'm just gonna wipe this all off and curl up in my bed and go to sleep. So it's probably creasing, so blend out with your finger or whatever. We're just gonna put powder eyeshadow over it. So you're just gonna start laying down the color in the crease, like kind of messily, but like precisely messy, you know? You don't want it like up to your brow bone, but you don't want it to be like too little. We need it to blend out for a nicer, cleaner fade for the other colors in the eye look. Just keep going in with that until you have the desired color that you want. I do love a good pigmented eye. I mean, who doesn't? Who just wants like a not pigmented eye? And I like to wing that out. I like to take I've said this in my previous videos, I think. I like to wing out my eyeshadow, but not like too defined with this color at least, because it's just the transition color. This is just the beginning. This isn't even my final form, okay? So now that we have that color nicely laid out, kind of sketching out our plan for the eye, I'm gonna go in with a more precise brush, the Morphe MB46, which is probably discontinued. It's just a smaller taper brush. I've used this. These are like my go-to brushes. I don't have too many Morphe brushes, but I try to use those because they're the most easy to reference to people, so they know which brushes to buy if they want these. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a more, it's like a pretty orange shade, this one. We're just gonna take that, it's on the brush, by the way. And we're just gonna start putting that, this is a halo eye look, so we're gonna put shadows here and here, and we're gonna leave the space light for a shimmer shade. This is the look that Brooklyn tried to recreate in our style swap video, and it went okay. Like, she did her best, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna lightly wing it out, but it's super pigmented, so you gotta be careful. See how it's like kind of a triangular shape? I'm sorry if you look like super gross up close, but whatever, we're all human. And I'm just gonna take that same shade, dip into it again, tap it off a little, and start placing that in the inner part of the eyelid. And don't worry if you put too much like over here. You can always go back and cut it out with concealer if need be, but I like to try to skip that step. I feel like it's just another thing in the way. And I like to take it and kind of blend it up here, but not here. Just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like taking it in the crease, but not on the lid. That's what I mean. We're gonna take the same M505 brush that we used for the transition color. We're gonna dip into that once again, tap it, and blend all these into the crease. Don't worry about blending those two together on the lid because that's not what we're doing here. That's not the type of gig this is. We're just gonna take it and wing it and just blend it into the transition color. Dip in again and then blend those two colors together. We want a nice fade. Oh my gosh, my brow hairs are so messy because my brow gel's in my bag. I'll fix that in a minute. But do you see? Oh my gosh, I just dropped my brush. Okay, we're gonna start going in deeper, which might be a little intimidating, but it's okay. So I'm gonna take this crown brush, C476 Crease and Shadow, like dual-ended brush, but I'm gonna use this for now. So just any like pencil tip, bullet tip brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade, this like more brick crimson shade underneath the orange shade we just used. And we're gonna use that to add more depth. So you see how far we went in here and here? We're gonna go in that area, but less to the middle. We're gonna add to the outer, see? And just to the inner. I'm sorry if I block the camera with my mirror. I'm trying so hard to like let you see what I'm doing. See? See how nice that looks already and we haven't even blended? That's what you want. You just want it to look good even if you haven't blended. That's like everything. You're just gonna take the same Morphe MB46, just a small taper brush for more precision. Not the one we use for our transition shade. No additional product. Don't dip in again and just blend and sort of blend it out into a wing. Like just light flicks, taps even. And do the same thing for the inner corner. We're gonna go in again with the transition brush and just blend up. My brow hairs. Why me? I really need to trim and do my brows. I'm sorry if they're a bit messy right now. We're just going to continue blending up with the transition shade. But try to leave empty space here. Try not to take shadow all the way up to your brow. Go back in with that smaller taper brush. And you know, honestly, just blend until you feel like it's well blended. And if you blend out the colors too much, go back in, reapply so the colors stay vibrant. So I'm back and I'm happy with the blend right now. So I'm gonna go in with that same bullet brush that we used for the last darkest shade we put. So I'm just gonna go in. It's kind of like a dark cool tone purple, which is kind of cool with the contrast once you blend it. So I'm just gonna take that and I'm gonna just lightly apply that on like the outer corner. And on the inner corner. And just kind of take it into a V shape a little bit. using a light hand with the brush. I'm not like jamming it into my eye socket. I'm just like holding it like an artiste, you know? And I'm just gonna go back in with the smaller tapered brush and blend that in with the other shades we already have laid down. Well, I'm gonna go back in carefully and add a mixture of that red in. And then take a bit more of that dark purple on the same brush and just keep tapping it. Oh my gosh, you see the pigment? There it is. There's the darkness and despair and sadness I was looking for. This brush, the same taper brush we've been using, I'm gonna go in with the second orange shade we used. And I'm just gonna blend that up, but not up into the transition color, just upwards, so it's not just stark on the lid. Give it a nice fade. And then I'm just gonna go in one last time with the transition color before we get into the shimmers. And go in with the transition color. And then I'm gonna go in with this crease brush on the other side of the bullet. Okay, so there's a matte nude shade in here, so I'm so sorry that like this is a mess. You can see my fingerprints on the mirror. That's embarrassing. Whatever. I'm just gonna take a nude matte shade and just blend that together against my brow bone with the transition. And if you have a deeper skin tone, obviously don't use the one I'm using. Use one that correlates with your skin tone, or else it'll probably look a little strange. We're gonna go ahead and start applying shimmers. So for that, I'm gonna take the Morphe M508, and it's just like a super small semicircle like packing brush. I'm gonna go in with this. So I'm gonna go in with like probably a mixture of these two shades. First, I'm gonna take my Morphe setting mist and spritz my brush a little. Just gonna go in and pack that on the lid, but not too far out. And even if I do go further out, I go with a lighter hand. While we're here with this brush is great for getting it right under the brow bone for a precise brow bone highlight and for an inner corner highlight. So that's what we're gonna do right now with the same highlighting palette. And then just do the same for the inner corner. That's this eye all done with the eyeshadow. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, and I'll be back to put on some lashes, do some contour, some blush, some highlight, and then we'll be done. I'm back with the other eye all done. Hopefully they're pretty symmetrical. I'm gonna go in with a powder brush and just dust away the bake that has been under my eyes for the past 10 years. I'm gonna take my usual contour brush, my e.l.f. blush brush. Okay, so anyway, I lost it. My usual Physicians Formula butter bronzer. If you want like a face, like how I do my base video, let me know. So now, really quickly, I'm gonna go in with blush. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the same few brushes we used earlier to complete under the eyes before I highlight and do lashes and just finish off the rest of the look. So I'm gonna take the transition shade and just run that under the eyes. So now I'm gonna go in with a bullet brush. This is the Morphe M321, and I'm just gonna take the dark shade that we used right last. I'm just gonna do the same thing, put color here and here, and in the middle we're gonna do a little bit of shimmer under the eyes. Okay, now we're gonna take the tapered blending brush and just kind of go in with the orange, like an orange shade that we used, and just kind of blend that down so it's not just straight up purple. So I'm just going to take this same brush with the transition shade that we used from earlier and just kind of blend that out because it's super harsh right now. Now that it looks like we've been punched in the face or have been crying for 3 days, or both, if you're lucky, we are going to get into lashes. I'm going to be using the Kiss Lash Couture Foaming Collection in the style Gala or Gala. So while the lashes are drying, I'm going to take the same Sleek Solstice highlighting palette that we used. And I'm just going to go in underneath my eyes and add a touch of shimmer in the center. And then I'm just going to take that transition brush, if I could find it. Here it is. And I'm just going to take that and just sweep it underneath. This video is kind of a train wreck. Back with lashes on, and now to complete the look, I just need some highlight and some lipstick, and we'll be good to go. So for highlight, I'm going to use the same Sleek palette because I used like an intense highlight. For lips, I used Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick from the Family Collection in the shade Nathan. So guys, this is the finished look. I hope you love it as much as I do. And I just want to thank you so much for watching, and just make sure to remember to subscribe and follow my Instagram, which will be in the description below. I am tired. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to go to sleep. It's going to be peaceful. And I'm glad I filmed this video. I'm glad I stayed up for you. I love you. Good night.